Hello there. This is a plea to vote your approval or disapproval of the December balance preview. This is in reaction to a significant part of the fan base that are solely Axis orientated. Now, this is a phenomenon that is, something you'll find in a lot of computer games, that one particular faction or side will have a fan base that are loyal to it. It's a thing. And with our game, you can have, for example, like Russian guys that only really want to play as the Russians. You could have Verabus is the term for people that really, really love Wehrmacht history to the point where they will only really want to play Wehrmacht and have playing Axis. They will want the balance to favour Axis. It's inherent to that kind of fanboyism. There are more even-handed fans that are the vast majority of fans that will play most factions, will judge things in a more even-handed way. However, when you have faction specialists, it's inherent to being a faction specialist that you will feel personally hurt by a nerf to a unit within your faction, to the point where you will feel like you're being hard done to. Having seen thousands of people now talk about the December balance preview, hundreds of people play the December balance preview, and having casted top-level players playing the DBP, I really do not think it is nerfing Axis unnecessarily and buffing allies unnecessarily. And in fact, there are lots of nerfs to allies and lots of buffs to Axis in an even-handed way, it would seem. To take in point, case in point, for example, rifle smoke has been taken away from USF, and a litany of other changes. There's loads. I mean, I'm not here to go through the changes. What I am here to do, though, is to implore you, based on an even-handed and full spectrum based opinion, do you think the December balance preview is something to be approved of or disapproved of? And based on that, looking through the entire weight of work, the thousands of hours have gone into it from the community balance patch modders, do you think it's worth a thumb up or a thumb down? Relic are currently using this system of rating up and rating down to judge approval. It was at 90% until a significant YouTuber with a significant Wehrmacht-orientated fan base, you could probably guess who I'm on about, but it is Imperial Dane. They implored on Facebook people to vote disapprove of the DPB based on an implied nerfing of Axis. This same person is a fantastic caster, a massive figure in our community, however, has a little bit of notoriety for seeing balance patch changes in a possibly skewed vision. And a lot of people have gotten this impression over many years of listening to this one person's opinion. So that's all I'll say on the matter. I'm not saying I disagree. I'm not saying I would agree. I mean, on the other side of things, that guy, Imperial Dane, he called, for example, that game out, Dawn of War 3 being crap. He called it out a year before it was even released. So he does have a lot of great opinions, but when it comes to Company of Heroes balance, a lot of those opinions have always been a little bit, some might say, skewed. So I'm just imploring people right now to do their utmost to give a balanced vote on the DPB. If you think it's something to be approved of in general, based on a balanced view, give it a thumb up. And if in general, if you've got a balanced view, give it and disapproval, give it a thumb down. We're here to give an honest opinion, not skewed by faction favouritism. Thank you and goodbye.